Hey everybody, welcome back, and this is our first, episode, our first part of the B1 Centauro AFE by Trumpeter in 1/35th scale. And it's been a really cool build so far, so let's take a look and see how we're doing. So, we're basically step one, just starting the suspension, I guess, and I guess these are drives for each wheel, I'm assuming, some sort of gearbox. So yeah, we've got those to put into place, and we've just put together these little arms. So we got 4 of those in place here. This one looks like it's a little bit saggy. There we go, get you into place. Sitting flat there. To where you're supposed to go. There. Okay, so we got those in on this side, and now it's just basically gonna do this process on this side. I'm just going to let this guy set for a minute while I heat up my coffee, and when I come back, when he's solid, then I'll start piecing in these pieces here. We'll get this on. There's a couple of tow hook things that go on the front here, and then we'll just repeat the thing on the other side, and I'll come back and we'll get ready for step 2. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going along. I'm just cleaning these up, sanding these up. We'll get these glued in along this section here, and get this panel glued on here like so. This goes in here like that. So there we go, we're on our first bit. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on, and I think I'll get this underside done, glued together, and then we'll come back and take a look at it and see how that went. Okay, so these drive shafts, right, with our joints here, universal joints, I guess we're just going to clip in right from one to the next one, just like that. So I guess probably the best thing to do is get these clipped together and then put them into place, I'm assuming. Yoink. Get in there. Okay, and then this one goes here. And that one goes there, like such. And this one goes here, like such. And this one goes there. Ta-da! And I think I'll just put a dab on each of these joints here. Give me enough time to doink, 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 doink. Okay. I guess it's going to be these holes here. So get a dab in all these. Dab, 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 dab. And I'm thinking an extra dab here and there. Okay, so get these laying this way, up on top, slid over. We'll get this one pushed in, that one pushed in, push that one in, and put this one in. Okay, there we go. Get those pushed in so they're flat. I guess I can add like a there, and there, a bead right there, and a bead right there. I'll just push that so it's nice and straight. Okay, there's our drives in. Cool, eh? Each independent drive. So this thing must be crazy to drive around, eh? Wowzers. Alright, now we got these hooks at the front. Clean these off. Hubs here. Those are nice new nippers. Get right in there. Nice and tight. a little bit of a sand. Get rid of that leftover nubness. Say no to nubs. Say no to nubs. Say no to nubs. Okay, I'll put the scruffy part at the bottom. Right there. A little bit on there. Push you in, right like that. There we go. Here's the other one. This little booger nipped off. A little bit of a scrub for you. Okay. And this is where having long fingernails would be nice. See this one channel that does Gundam Mecha, it's like Kaksu or something. Something like that, Mecha Kaksu. He's got the long nails. And well, it wouldn't really work for me in a lot of other ways. Doing this stuff, it would be pretty handy. Okay, there we go, one side. So we have part one side done. We got both our hooks on. So now we can flip this around and we'll clip out our parts, same, and we're just going to repeat this process. And when we come back, we'll be started on part 2. So, nice bit of kit here so far. This, wait a minute, is that supposed to come off? Wait a minute. Oh, I think I've left these nubs on by accident. I have. These come off. Okay, so note to self, take these off. A nice bit of kit here. So far, this is a nice build. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's going together really well, and it's some nice engineering. So we have these struts with our, brake, I guess, assembly. With the suspension and stuff. So we have each drive box here, and then the way these are keyed in is nice. They fit in, and there's, if you'll notice, there's a little triangle here, and that comes into play later with these little, I guess they'd be like tie rods, I guess sort of things that connect these together. But it's a nice bit of engineering because these just pop in, and then these float inside this hole, and then you just key the right ones in as you go along. And then, let's get this one popped in. I kind of like the way this fits together. So then with this little keyway here, and oh, I might be a little bit close here. You're going to have to loosen that off again and move that back, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get that to move. Move, come on. There we go. Yeah, it's going to have to come back a little bit. Oh, for this little tri rod that's going to go in there. And that's these. So these, if I do believe, 31. Yeah, 31. So this little triangle here keys right in. I have to use tweezers, I found, to get this. And that's why it's important you have the right ones going in, because these little triangles might not be there. So at first I was taking a good look trying to see what this was going together, but now that I got it, I see it. But yeah, it just sort of fits in there and then sits in there. Yeah, just like that. I'm just going to kiss this with some glue. And kiss this here with some glue. And that's why I had to move this one back to accommodate this small arm. It has a small one. So these are both 31s, I believe. On this side, this is the back, yeah. So we got 31. And the next one's 31, and then a 29 here. So 31, this is another 31. So let's do the same thing. Just pop them into this little, and you can see how on this side, this one's going to be going this way, and it's closed off. So yeah, if you have that going on, you'll run into a bit of trouble. But oh, a little bug. Try again there. And just slide them into place, and it seems to be working really good. But I'm really enjoying the engineering of this kit so far. It's fitting together really well, and there are some when I take a break here, I'll pull out the instructions, and there are some misnumbered parts in the instructions to what the part is on the sprue, but they're easy enough, you know, identifiable by their shape. So it is a mistake, but it's not a big deal because you can still see the part that you want to use. Okay, we seem to be going pretty good. And 29 is this little guy. Yeah, the little guy. I guess 30 goes on both sides right here. 30 goes in the middle here. We'll get this little fella in. And he's gonna be, we'll get him in here. Oh, upside down. Sorry, mate. There we go. Now, can I pull this back? That one's hard. I think that one's going to be okay. Let's get you. Tricky do. Let's get him pushed in there. Oh, there we go. Come on. Ugh, man. Here, you know what I think I'll do? Put a little glue on it first. That might help him stay where I want him. Just give it a little resistance to moving the tweezers. There we go. And I get you to come over just a bit, I guess. There we go. There. Just a little dab in there. Okay. Squeeze those together a little bit. And now we have 31, which is slightly shorter, or 30, I mean, which is slightly shorter than the 31s. And a little bit longer than 29. And it goes back this way. So we'll get you. I think I'll do the same thing. We'll put you in that way, yeah. So I'll get a little bit of glue on you. And let's see if we could just tuck you right in here. Right in there. Ah, you little bug. Ah. Here we go. One more try. Let's get it in. There we go. There we go. Oh, dab there. Okay, so now we have 4 of these A arms to go on either side. I have these same little components to cut up, put on this side, and there's a couple small. There's an A33, and they'll go in here. These holes, they'll be located right here. So I'll get those put in, and then we'll move on to the next section. I'm finding that actually along this section here that I haven't glued these posts in, and it's allowing me, or these, so it's allowing me this bit of wiggle room here, and I'm finding that actually better. So I would suggest you know, maybe not gluing those right away, because it is making fitting these things and these. Once I get this, there we go. Now to position this right where you want it to just get it into that hole, it seems a lot easier with that little bit of wiggle room, because then you can push it right in and hold it there. I have this pin right here, so that really helps. So I'm gonna just dab. Oop, that's a bit big there. Just gonna dab you, and we'll just get a bit on there. And we're just gonna hold that in place for a second. And same here. This one, oop, that's a little notch. And we'll just get you sealed up there and there. Yeah, so I'm finding that helpful until you get to this stage. Now, once it's locked in, I mean, I can obviously dab some glue in there and that'll lock it up. So, yeah, there's the A. Oh, I'm gonna see. Keep some pressure on there. So we'll hold these in place. We'll get the rest of these A arms on, and these 2 stabilizer things or whatever they are that go on here, and we will be into the next section. Well, yeah, here we go. Here's the bottom part. Anyways, we've got our toe hooks, our toe clips on, and our pin. We've got all of our, I guess, our road wheels. I just got them lightly pressed on for now. We've got the suspension, whatever this is, A-arms and suspension and drivetrain, I guess, all put together. So up to part 5, this takes care of the lower hull assembly, other than the tires, which we're obviously not going to put on until we paint it. So now we're on to the upper hull. Oh, right, and there's the door here too. So there's this blast door, double wall with the walls on the side. We've got a handle there and a handle on the outside. And we're going to leave this off too because I'm going to probably have this open with guys coming out. Or standing around, because I think we're going to pair this up with a quad runner. So yeah, I think that'll be post open, and that gets us all that detail. So anyways, there's the back door, the lower hull with a drivetrain and the wheels. And now we're on to part 6, which is really just a couple pieces. Oh, I was mentioning earlier about how some of these parts were mislabeled, and I do believe these were 24. I do believe instead of these were A20. These I think were a different number, and these are a different number. You'll notice as you're going through, I think these were listed as 13 and they're actually 30, but yeah, 27, or they were 13, and there was a few different discrepancies in and around here. So far it seems to be sorted out pretty good, so we'll see. But really this section here is just the side skirt, and this part, couple parts here, so we'll be moving forward pretty good. Yeah, we're making progress. So I'll get these glued on, and let's see. Yeah, then we do a lot of work here, all these little handles, stuff. We got a lot of tools. We'll see what we're gonna actually glue on and what we'll wait till we paint. But yeah, moving right along. It's mostly little doodads and stuff on the upper hull now, so we're into the upper hull, and then I guess it'll be the turret. So let me get to, I might as well get to around here, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it's going. Okie dokie smoky, we have made pretty good progress. Where are we at now? I think we're up around part 7. We're just putting together the lights, and I've got I just took one of those markers and done just the back side in this sort of modeled thing, so that in case anything you see sort of looks like it's been primed or might even be rusty or something. So I've just done the back side, and now I'll be bending up the little cages that go over the fronts of the lights, and I've pre-done them with a silver, and then I just did some clear yellow on the lenses. I don't know if that's correct or not, but for these pieces that go in to these ports, these windows here, I don't like these pieces. They're too big, they don't fit in. I'm not really sure what the deal is with them. I did use some clear green, put some clear green on them, but I don't think I'm going to use them, because if you look at the picture, you can see that they're really like just filled in the pocket. So I think I'm just going to use my clear resin. I haven't used it yet, with a little light pen, and do that. And I think that's something, I guess that's something I guess I should do, pre-paint and then liquid mask them off. So I think that's probably what we'll do, I guess, before we get into paint. So yeah, here is the kit for that, the UV resin and the light, and that'll be going into these areas here for sure. These ones over here, I'm going to clean up the inside, I guess, a little bit with a nice tight blade, but yeah, basically fill those in. And these ones here, these small ones in front of the port, so I think that'll really work better. And we have some photo etch, so to bend, I cut out these little teeny ones around here. First I'll put some liquid mask on the lenses, We'll have to pick it off after, but I guess that's probably going to be the best way to do it. I'll liquid mask the lens and then put the cage around, glue it together, then put them on, and then paint. And we've got one side on, and I just gotta measure this to our length right here. I just have to measure this to length and then strip back quite a bit actually to get it to fit the lanyard on the end, and I'm just using a very small drill bit to drill it out. It's pretty small, but that's working. I got the one on, so we'll get that finished, put into place, and I guess, yeah, so we've got our clips here on the back with the photo etch. We've got our little step, got the panel. I'm going to paint these in and paint this in. I want to paint this in first, and then like just this area around here, and then I'll get this on. I guess this goes on like this. Sorry, clips into these. Where is that? Yeah, right there on the top, right there. So that'll sit like that. But I'd like to get, I'd like to get this underside painted in here. I think that'll be easier to get it, and then I'll just plunk this in, right, and then I'll move along, because I got a good fit there. That's fine. If I just tap that into place, let it set, and then I'll paint the rest of the vehicle. There's a few more, there's a few more hooks, like these hook, but they're on the side, and I don't want to keep breaking them off, so I'll leave those on right to the very end. We'll pop those on, and we're getting close. We've got our wheels. We've got a coat of primer on the bottom. Got our wheels all ready to go, so we'll get those set up to get painted white. They're all here, and we've got the underside primed in black, so it's ready to get put together, I think, once we get everything on here. And diddly-doo, got a couple of the guns ready to get a coat of black on those, and I think that basically gets us to where we're at. Oh, I did record, here it is here, these parts here that are for the lights. I ran across it again. So these two here are described in the instructions as F7 and 8. And you can see that on the sprue there, though, they were actually, I had to look for them for a bit, they're actually C29 and C30. And so far, that's the only two parts that are misnumbered that I've come across since the suspension area, where I think there were 3 different parts, I think, that I came across that were different. But anyways, other than that, everything is really going great. I'm really enjoying the build, and it's starting to look pretty cool. We've got all the tools going here. We've got our big bolt cutters and our pick and our axe and stuff. So there are 2 axes under here that you can't see them because they're underneath this cover. I almost considered not gluing this one on and painting underneath first, and I don't know. I think I'll be okay. We'll see. I think it'll be alright though. And then this inside in the back, I think I'm going to prime this in here black too as well before I glue this together, because I want to have the door open, and I'm not so sure how much is going to be in here. And now I'm starting to think about maybe being able to put a light in here, like a red light that maybe just glows out the back. I'm going to visit my friend today who's really good with the LEDs, and I'm going to see you know, if I got what I've got to put that together, because I thought maybe that might really be fun. I don't know. I always think about stuff like this, and then I rarely get to do it, but I don't know. We'll see. I might get that far. So, I'm going to carry on with my little parts here. Going to get the lights put together. Get the mask on. I'm going to get these resined in. And we're already all past this, so it's really just those I was concerned with. We're going to resin those. This is all done. So now I'm just gonna into these mirrors. Supports the cable. So we're at part 9. Oops. Which puts us into the turret. So I think that's a good spot to take a break. So I think, yeah, I think for now, I'm going to concentrate on the resin in the lenses. Oops. The resin on the lenses. Hold on, let me back out over here. Okay. And then that'll put me into the turret. I'll be able to push through with the turret and the gun. And within probably short order, a couple days, a day from now, I should have another update with this into the paint. And we'll get the paint scheme going for the United Nations. I've got my colors out here. I'm going to start with a mix of X2 and XF54, which is a dark sea gray. And I want to just maybe one drop to, a whack of this to start with, and then maybe go more and more into the white for highlights. And then I think I'll pick out some of this stuff here with the gray and a bit of the white and get the tones going. And yeah, I'm going to stick with the green. I like this up here with the green thing and the green around the gun, so I thought that looked really cool. I kind of like the green on the white, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And that gets us to, I think, I don't know, it's pretty good time. I'm not sure what it is, but I think this probably gets us to a good length for part one. I'm going to be working my butt off this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend to everyone out there. I hope you have a great weekend. But I'm going to be pushing on here. I'm going to be watching the football game for here. It's the Tiger Cats versus the Argos. Argos suck. Sorry, guys. But I'm going to be at home watching the game on TV, working away on the Centauro. And within a couple days, I'll be posting again. It was a while since I posted. I think about 10 days. In my defense, I got wrapped up into some side jobs, which took me away from the bench again. But I'm back now, so we're bending and gluing and getting this puppy set together. I'm going to pair this with a quad runner and some figures that I got earlier. I think I might have shown those on a mail review, but I think I'm going to get those out. And as I get into paint with this, I'll be able to start figuring out how I'm going to work these into. So part two should be pretty good. I'm going to be getting out the resin for the first time. We're going to be getting the last little doodads and the little bits all glued together on this guy. We're going to get, I think, into paint. We'll take a look at maybe putting an LED inside this thing to send some light out the back end. Because I do have, obviously, plans to put this in a diorama. I do have my diorama for the Requiem for Vengeance Gundam kind of thing that I was putting together. And I'll bring that out, I think, in a little episode, and I'll let you guys take a look at that, and you can critique how I'm doing. But I think it's not doing too bad. I've printed a couple vehicles to go in there, and I'm looking to kind of get some end-scale figures, maybe just to throw a couple. I have one that I could put beside one of the trucks, but it's coming along pretty good, I think. So I'll get that out, and I'll share that, guys, with that. I'll share that with you guys, too. And so we got lots coming up, but you could look for part two in a couple days on this. And I think we'll have a couple mail calls probably, because I got some stuff coming in pretty shortly. If not today, maybe tomorrow. But I definitely have some stuff that has come in and some stuff that is coming in that you haven't seen that I think is pretty cool. So until next time, I'm the Model Student. Thanks a lot for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about it. It's really helping the channel grow. The channel is growing really, really great. I think it's awesome. I have 709, I think, subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone out there. And I'm going to try to just keep doing my thing and improving and learning as I go, and showing anybody new that is learning how I'm learning, what's going on with me. And getting better at what we do, I think, is the whole project. So until next time, have fun, live healthy, live happy, and carry on. Cheers.